Well, joining me here outside court is Imran Khan, the solicitor for Doreen Lawrence. Imran Khan, tell me a little bit about your reaction today. These have been extraordinary scenes today at the Old Bailey.
They have been, but yesterday was a far more traumatic experience than today. Today, at least, we knew roughly what the sentence was going to be given to David Norris and Gary Dobson. Yesterday, the walk to the Court 16 was incredibly difficult for Mrs. Lawrence in particular. Heart thumping, racing, not knowing what the decision was going to be. Today, at least, we know there's some sense of closure that one part of this long saga has come to a close.
So where do things go from now? We've heard from the Commissioner for the Metropolitan Police, Bernard Hogan, how he says that the other suspects should not rest easy in their beds, but it's going to be a difficult road ahead.
It's a very difficult road, and whilst I'm very pleased, and Mrs. Lawrence is very pleased about that, what she has indicated that she wanted some sense of closure, that her life stopped on the 22nd of April 1993, and all her life is about getting justice for Stephen. She'd hoped that she would get it now and that there would be an end to this so that she could live her life on her own terms rather than being dictated by the failures in the police investigations of the past. I sincerely hope that there are people out there who see her and recognise that there is still an injustice there. And whilst there may not be forensic evidence now, there may be people out there whose allegiances have changed, whose consciences are pricked. And on behalf of Miss Lawrence, I urge them to come forward sooner rather than later.
One of the most interesting things in court today for all of us who are watching was the look of relief on the faces of the police. DCI Clive Driscoll, who led this case, Cressida Dick, his superior officer at the Met. Do you think this is a moment of atonement for the Met after the Macpherson inquiry and the allegation that they were institutionally racist?
This was, for them, a sense of redemption. They needed this more than anything else. For them, they could say that we have solved one of the most difficult crimes this country has ever seen. They needed to do that for everybody, not just Londoners, but in the UK and internationally. The police have been scarred by this case for 18 years. Mrs. Lawrence has always been cynical as to why there was a reinvestigation. Was it for her and her family and trying to get them justice, or was it about redemption from the police? But they shouldn't rest easy. This does not allow them to get off the hook. There was anger from Mrs. Lawrence yesterday, we saw that, and that anger continues. And if the police make promises, they should be kept. If the police say they're going to investigate further, then they should do so properly. The last thing that should happen is further failures in this case and raising hopes of the Lawrences.
Well, Imran Khan, thank you very much. We've already heard from Scotland Yard sources that there will be a meeting next week of the operational team who are involved in this reinvestigation to look at what more they can do, what requirements they could need for the future. We've also learned that there was a window of opportunity for Gary Dobson and David Norris to speak between conviction and sentence. That opportunity wasn't taken by then, so they go to prison to start their life sentences. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much indeed there at the Old Bailey. Well, Victor Matune